You knew about this, didn't you?
She came to see me last night.
She what?
I sent her away. I didn't have an inkling that she'd...
Well, why didn't you report it?
Guilt? Yeah, say guilt.
For God's sake, Ruth.
She gave me this. It's MD film. I got in early and blew it up.
PD?
Princess Diana.
Harry's name's attached.
Yes. There's something else. Harry's diary. Entry for 13th of April, 1997. Look at the morning. Meeting.
Yes, sir.
All the other meetings in the afternoon are marked. This isn't. He must have been at the Contingent Events Committee.
This is nonsense.
You mean it's a fake?
Of course it's a fake, dreamt up by some spotty paranoid. There's a whole snake pit of Diana conspiracy theories out there. Where'd you get it from, anyway?
Let's just deal with the situation we have here. Harry, you sure this Contingent Events Committee never existed?
Of course.
And you never served on it?
Well, since it never existed, obviously I did not.
Have you found anything we can use to get at this woman?
Not past the basic biog details yet, which are disturbingly dazzling. Newnham College, Cambridge, double first in modern languages, athlete, university blue in the 10,000 metres, almost made the 1984 Olympics, fast track to the Home Office and then straight to us. And to cap it all, her father was the Bishop of Norwich.
The makings of a heroine.
Or a serious lunatic.
Found a trace of the committee. Look. Now, these are registry files. Cached on our system. It's a backup. When you delete a file, the tag remains.
And the file's still on the hard drive?
No, I'm afraid not. It's been overwiped manually.
But
Back in the 90s, there was a famous scandal. A hacker got into the Thames House system.
you mean that 9-year-old from Macclesfield?
Yeah, well, he used a keystroke virus, and it's still filed in a quarantine folder. And on it, there's a log of file names.
So the file existed?
So did the committee.
And Harry's on it?
They've discovered something. Your big idea, pretty boy. Dig a hole, your idea. I felt the vibrations in the wall. Every man's dream. Escape from Stalag 13.
All right, I'll stop in. Steel bars in the bloody way anyway.
Get out. Dawn. You've got till dawn.
Harry, you denied it to Angela's face, tactical reasons, I can see that. But I have to ask you again, did you ever serve on something called the Contingent Events Committee?
This is a printout from the registry computer. The record of the committee meeting was overwritten, but I have retrieved a mention of it. Also, this is your diary from 1997, 13th of April. There is an entry for a morning-long meeting. This is the same date.
Is that on the microdot document? Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, the committee existed, and I was a member.
You mean you planned Diana's death in Paris?
Yes.
Why?
The woman was unstable. There were fears she was being manipulated by undesirable influences. She was causing untold damage to the very central pillar of the British state, the royal family itself. It was felt if an accident could be arranged, there would be outpourings of grief which would paradoxically unite the nation. We were right in that.
You killed her.
What are you going to do?
Tell Angela. Lift the lockdown. Call Special Branch to arrest you for conspiracy to murder.
Better do it then.
It will diffuse this terrible situation.
Unless, after all, it's not true.
Of course it's not true.
I should bloody well think not. What's the matter with you two? Lost your reason?
The committee was there to operate worst-case scenario exercises. Imagine the worst to be able to prevent it. Now, we had to look at Diana being murdered. The government were terrified about what might happen to her. She was a loose cannon, out at all hours, all over the world, God knows what with men. She was an irresistible target to the loonies who are swarming across this planet in ever-increasing numbers. We had to look at it.
What did you fear the most?
An attack in a car, driving at speed, being pursued by paparazzi. Probably overtaken by a motorcyclist. A pillion rider could easily shoot out the tires of the car using a 5.7.
No.
It's an ultralight weapon, fires a frangible bullet, disintegrates on impact.
Blow out the tires, the car crashes, preferably in a closed space.
Dear God.
You predicted her death.
Yes, but it was an accident. We were terrified. We tried to cover all traces of the scenario document, but bureaucracy always leaves a slime trail.
I've got to get back in there and give her something. Zaf's faking a document. I could make her buy that.
No, we've got to get her to surrender to us, and you shouldn't do it.
No. There's too much between her and me.
You mean Peter Haig? I'm sorry, Ruth. I've been busy looking at the psychiatric assessment reports, hers and yours. The key is your stepbrother. There is something you could tell her, isn't there, Ruth?